All right, we're back. Dokkan. We got the data download. Hold on one second, Angels. I'm not even gonna pause. Let me just grab my Dokkan device real quick because I need to do something. Oh, I realized I probably should have paused this. Should I keep this in? Now, this is a good, nice little creative intro we got going on. So, JP Dokkan is in maintenance at the exact moment right here. I'm going to just quickly tweet this out. JP's in maintenance, guys. What do I do with my hands? That joke. But what I'm going to be doing is I am actually going to be heading to bed. Oh, wait, there's an extra new little thing here that I gotta pull up. Okay. Wait, hold on. I actually am gonna pause quickly. I'm gonna tweet that JP's in maintenance. We'll talk about Global getting the data download. This is much earlier than Global usually gets the data download. Usually it happens in 5 hours, 1 a.m. my time. So we'll talk about all this going on here. All right, guys, right here. So here's the tweet that I just made a second ago. JP Maintenance is live. When this is done, the Rank 2000 update will be live. Now, at the moment, so Global had the data download first. So I was curious. I made this tweet. Now, you guys want to see what it's like being me? Let's go ahead and take a look at all of the hilarious replies right here. Are the new quest mode stages live, my Global player Angels? Let's go ahead and take a look. No, it's bugged. No, yes. I'm not hating. Dude, this tweet right there. This is implying I'm hating. Global's getting the quest mode stages first. How am I hating? Bro. Like, I know what you mean by this. I'm not, like, bro, it was a legit question. I don't have a Global account. I'm not on Global. I can't pull up Global to check. But I know y'all are all on Global, so I could just ask. So it looks like it's, like, bugged or something. I'm not really too sure. Typically, when the data download happens, the quest mode stages are live immediately, so I'm sure this will be fixed very shortly, right? But the quest mode stages, I mean, JP is not going to be live again. It's scheduled for 3 a.m. my time, right? I'm going to finish this video and then take a nap, right? I am expecting the data download will be done around 2 a.m. Or the maintenance will be done around 2 a.m. That's my guess. It'll end a little earlier, but we'll see if that ends up being true or not, right? So we got that. Quest mode stages, they're not technically live, but I bet you they will be live in a bit. Here we have the new characters. So we have the EZA LR, and then we have the new LR, Future Gohan. So his arts are looking quite good for Future Gohan, right? Okay, yep, so there's that. Here's the schedule. It's just the two of them. So, okay, after these two drop, by the way, I don't know what's coming next week. I've talked about this, but I think the New Year's Dual Doconfest typically it's, going to be like right here at the end of this week right here. But this year, it seems as though the Dual Doconfest is probably going to be on the 29th/30th range. So, like, that tells me we should probably get maybe potentially a major EZA here. I'm going to be on the lookout for a Proton tweet, maybe cluing us in on super EZAs or something. They could just randomly drop a couple of super EZAs, even super EZAs that maybe potentially wouldn't be on, like, one of these banners. And then they could just drop, like, an extra little EZA banner with it or something like that. But I have no idea what they're doing next week. And I don't really have many guesses either, right? I got no clue. I have no idea what next week is going to be. So maybe Dokkan has a rabbit in up their sleeve or something. We'll see. Let's quickly take a look at the missions, and then I'll give some brief thoughts about the two LRs, and then we'll finish up here. So, looks like there's a new item. So this is coming from the daily Master Roshi event. It's probably just going to be all the way at the bottom, yeah? Chat, I will pause and find this. Hold on. All right, chat, here it is right here. So it looks like this new treasure item is something we'll be able to use to purchase stuff at the Baba shop. Very interesting. Yeah, okay, here we go. Always nice to make little tweets here. So we'll be able to get this new milk treasure item from missions here. So we'll see. It's only 7 milk items, so hard to say right now exactly what it is we'll be able to get. Hopefully it's... Allow me to dust myself off before I say this, chat. Hopefully we can get some box... some box space. Hell yeah, dude. Box space. That's what I'm looking for. Amatsu, you know me. I'm a dirty dog, and I love to lick up the box space. Anyway, yep. So there's that. We have, these are just the typical equips that all the premium characters get here for, the LR, Future Gohan and Future Trunks. So for this character, man, I don't know. Feels like dodge, yeah? Dodge and additional. I mean, guys, sorry. Yes. The super rare dodge and additional build. Additional's pretty sick, because he does get the 50% defense for 3 turns. So, like, if you get a couple of 12-key supers, like, that'll really help him survive on a second turn. Probably the best way to play with this guy, is going to be, like, kind of, like, prioritizing... like, not trying to transform into Trunks is probably the best way to utilize this guy. Because remember, in order to go into Trunks, we have to revive. But Future Gohan, on his second turn, he's not going to be a bitch on his second turn, I don't think. LR Future Gohan here. So, what that means, chat, is that his revive will be a true team protector mechanic. I've made this point a dozen times this year about this character right here. How this character was a complete and utter failure on their EZA, I'm talking about. Because this Vegeta, this is not a team protector mechanic. He straight up sucked ass. And you had to, like, basically have him die and revive, right? Whereas this Future Gohan, it's like, this is just, you know, like Fat Boo or something like that. So, I mean, it's, like, if I think about that, and remember, on turn 1, he's going to be immortal, by the way. I mean, he has, what, 90% damage reduction and guard? That means he's not taking damage. Like, he's going to be really fucking strong turn 1. So, I mean, it looks good. Like, he looks like he's going to be strong. Like, if we just consider only Future Gohan in a lot of this content, he feels like he'll be quite good. And then, I don't know, maybe, like, what about in, like, Festival? Like, would we be able to utilize Trunks, I guess? Like, where would we die with Future Gohan? It would have to be, like, you know, like, Gogeta or one of the Daima phases, supering in slot 3. It would be very specific, but I bet you we could get it to happen. Trunks, I'm going to want to see in action. I think Trunks is going to be really explosive, mostly on his active skill turn. If you can dodge in the fight, Trunks is a win button. Like, once you get to Trunks, you win, basically, is what it looks like to me. Like, the second this active skill goes off, it's over. Like, in any, like, unless we're in, like, Festival or something, this active goes off, and it's GG. It's GG. His active turn is going to be way too fucking strong. So, you know, we'll see how that's going to look. But yeah, okay, so raw defense, dodge, and additional. I guess, you know, some of the kids love to go raw attack. That would always make sense. I'm not really too high on crits for the character, especially characters like, so like we're probably aiming to hit Trunks' God turn, where he does guarantee crits for the turn anyway. So just like with kind of like my theory crafting of how I like to play, crit doesn't seem like a great investment for this character, but I know how y'all love damage. I'm well aware of that. So, all right, there's that. We have the weekly missions. Remember, you know, it is funny. Like, I don't want to. I mean, I'm not gonna say like, hey, you got, like, you know, listen, I make mistakes all the time too. Okay, we'll say this, like, never said I was perfect. I make mistakes all the time. But, like, you know, I did drop this video right here, and we read through the news, and in this video, it's like, oh yeah, we'll be able to use the ticket once, and then all the rest of them will be saved up for 11th anniversary. So remember, every week you're going to get these tickets, but we can't use them until the 11th anniversary actually begins, right? Here's the missions for the EZA Future Gohan and Trunks. This shitty event. These events fucking suck. I mean, this is like, no disrespect to anyone, but this is for like really like new or free-to-play players to just get like equips. Like this will be good for Iron Cane, right? Like I'm gonna try and tell Iron Cane, Iron Cane is like, so you guys, I truly don't get it. Like I try and get Iron to do some of this stuff, and he gets really bitchy, and then he starts crying on stream, and then everyone goes, "Oh my god, Truth is so, he's like a dictator," and stuff. It's like, bro, like I'm trying to help the kid out. Like I don't know. Should I just let him fucking sink or swim? I'll just let Iron sink. Maybe. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I will. But yeah, I mean, this will be good for him. Because equips are a major problem for him right now. So I'll try and tell him to maybe, like, focus on doing this. Just so he can build up a little bit of a stockpile of equips. And then we have a time limit. Extreme Super Battle Road stage. This is going to be a joke. Time limit is a very strong category. I mean, 2025 has been a year of a lot of fusions, right? So not going to be tough there. We talked about them. There is also this character right here. And I kind of want to see them in action with the future Gohan and Trunks, but I do think that this character is going to be quite outstanding as well. This future Gohan and Trunks. I think they're going to be quite good. I'm really looking forward to seeing these boys in action. I think they set up... One thing we should point out right here is they did correctly set these boys up, right? So we put the two future Gohans side by side. So this future Gohan... an ally's revive is activated. So, you know, we'd only be able to get one Trunks out. Like, if we're running their team, we're only going to be able to get one Trunks out. But the other future Gohan is going to get giga boosted, right? But that would also work over here, right? This future Gohan also has allies revive activated. Bam. So we're set up nicely. And remember, you don't need to revive to transform with this character. This character's set up to where you've taken damage, then you're able to swap into future Gohan, and this guy's set up to die right away and then come back stronger, right, once you activate this. But, like, that does kind of work perfectly with this character because, again, this guy doesn't need to revive. Like, someone else revives and he'll be at full power. So that's really good. So, remember, one of the biggest issues with Cell, this is not a problem anymore since we're only running one STR Cell. But, I mean, dude, I remember people were like, oh my god, Cell sucks so much. Look how often you're losing in all the videos. And it's like, well, number one, Cell doesn't have that, like, an ally. Like, he has this. This was, I don't know what they were thinking doing this to Cell. No clue what they were thinking with that. But so I was like, I would try and run Cell's team, and I would be running my rainbowed Cell with, like, you know, whatever. And then a friend 55%, like, random link friend. And I could only, like, I was typically trying to have the friend Cell be the one to die, because otherwise he, like, it was just a nightmare, right? But, like, the only character that's had this bullshit, like, in quite some time is this Cell, right? Like, all these other characters have just had, you know, any revive procced, which they have to, like, they have to make it, like, they have to do this, man. You have to. This saves, because these revive abilities like this would be a way Dokkan could do what I would consider kind of like artificial power creep, which I consider some of the standbys, domains, right? And these revives can be kind of artificial power creep, because like a character is, oh my god, so crazy until a better standby comes out. In my opinion, right? Like one reason, so last Worldwide, this character comes out and it's like, oh my god, like, could they be number one? They're so crazy. But like this character could get a little, they were a little fishy. Like, you know, once you get the Goku and Frieza and you're just in their base form, this character was doing nothing except their support. It was very difficult for them to damage Goku and Frieza. And like in this form, they were fine. But here's the thing. 2 weeks later, a better standby comes out and they were power crept, because this was one-shotting the hardest boss in the game. Like, this guy was not. I don't. He wasn't one Shen, was he? But he wasn't nearly as good as the family Kamehameha. So that I would consider like artificial power creep, right? Because it's like they set this character up to be so good, and then the better standby's out, so they're not as good anymore. So it's nice that they're not doing that with these characters, and they're actually allowing other revives to trigger their abilities, and that does really help. This bond of Master and Disciple team looks pretty fucking interesting to me. Because, I mean, you could go these three, Kid Gohan, and the Blues. That's 5 of the 6 slots already. And we're looking really good. The 6th slot, depending upon the fight, Vegeta and Trunks, Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Did I say Vegeta and Trunks? Probably already did. Or we could even try the Beasterizer, right? Like, there's, we got some options here. Like, this core right here of the 2 future Gohan and Trunkses and the Blues and Kid Gohan, that's a fucking strong core, dude. I mean, we have 2 characters who are straight up GDC. Like, this guy's, top 3 in the game. This Gohan, I think I might end up having them, like, right around, like, number 5. I think. But we'll see. But, so I think that this team is looking to be in a good spot. Because, again, we have a tailor-made GDC LR level character here. And oh, by the way, fuckers, don't forget what this bitch does right here. Okay? Ding, 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 ding. What's this? And then, oh, oopsies, what's this? Right? So, I think this team is going to be fun as shit. I'm really looking forward to running this. And, I mean, I've said this also many, 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 many times. But these, like this is one of my favorite animations in the game. Like, I can hear this playing. I could hear the voice acting right now as I'm saying this. And the music is so good. And then future Gohan's speech when he does his... Oh, my God, dude. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. The only thing I'm going to be a little disappointed in is not being able to see this too often. Maybe there'll be some... because of locking or bullshit, we'll be backed into a corner and we'll end up using this guy's revive instead. It could happen, right? But, like, I'm going to miss... the character is awesome. Like, it looks like they might have done this EZA pretty much as good as they could have. But I will miss the fact that we're probably not going to see this one too often. Just because, we would probably want at least Trunks out. But anyway, there we go, guys. No, this Trunks. There we go. We'll end right there. Angels, let me know what you guys think about the data download. Again, JP is going to be down for several hours, and then once it's up, we could test out the rank 2000 update to see what that's like. Remember, there's going to be quite a few changes that are going to be live, so let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.